You hatch from an egg as a free germ, the first of 7 stages you will go through in order to become a fully grown sockeye salmon. Next to you, a small sculpin feeds on other eggs that your mother has laid. It bites into the small orange shells, and then sucks all of the liquid from inside. Your mother, who's been protecting thousands of those eggs, notices and surges forward. She rams into the sculpin with her head and drives it into the mud. The sculpin twists back, turns around, and smacks her with its tail across her face. The hit sends a shockwave through the water and you're lifted off the riverbed. You tumble backward, spinning around until you wedge yourself between a piece of seaweed. Your mother chases the sculpin as it tries to swim away, but she's weak after the spawning and can't catch up to it. The sculpin slips away by making a sharp turn, and she stops moving. Now that her job is fulfilled, she passes away and her body drifts down with the current. You're on your own now, and this is where real life begins. But you have a big problem. You can't move. You'll have to wait until your body transforms more. So you stay in place as pieces of eggshell float around you. As it turns out, those eggshells are food for small insect larvae that crawl through the riverbed. And to your displeasure, one of them is coming straight towards you. It brushes past your body as it steps on you and continues forward looking for more food. You stay still in the open water and watch the insect disappear into the sand. The river quiets down again, and for the first time, nothing moves. You let yourself drift with the current and settle against the sand. You'll be here for a while, waiting for your body to grow strong enough to swim. Skip forward, and you're 2 months old now. You've transformed into an alevin, the second stage of your life. Your body looks different now. The yolk from your egg is still attached to your stomach, and that's your only food source. You can't hunt yet, so you live off that sack until it's gone. You spend your days at the bottom, half buried in the sand and safe from the eyes of anything bigger. But every day you move a little more. You twitch your tail, rise a few centimeters, then drop again. These short bursts are how you learn to swim. You push off the sand again, this time trying to stay balanced. You manage to hover for a moment before tilting sideways and sinking back down. You try again, and again. Each time you stay up a little longer, but your fins still can't hold you steady. Then, a shadow passes overhead. You freeze. A small fish glides past, nosing along the bottom. It's about your size, maybe a little bigger, perfect for practice. If you get this wrong, it will eat you, so you need to be careful. You push up from the sand, trying to rise without stirring anything, but you lose control and splash upward. The sand plume gives you away. The fish sees the movement and turns toward you. You press flat against the bottom as it closes in. Its mouth opens, and you think you're finished. But then instinct hits. You snap your tail, spraying a burst of sand into its eyes. The fish jolts back, twisting away into the dark. You bury yourself in the sand and don't move again. You stay hidden for days, waiting for your body to change once more. Skip forward yet again, and you're 4 months old now. You've become a fry. Your body has stretched to about 5 centimeters, and the yolk sac that once fed you is gone. You have to hunt for yourself now. The riverbed is full of tiny insect larvae and small crustaceans drifting with the current, and catching them will be your first real test. You hold position near the sand, scanning for movement. A larva wriggles close, bouncing along the bottom. You push forward, timing your strike just like you practiced rising from the sand. But when you lunge, you misjudge the current. The larva bumps against your snout and drifts away untouched. You stop, completely stunned, and let it go. Your first hunt was a failed one, but you don't give up. You circle wider, following the flow and refusing to waste the effort. Then, another larva appears ahead. It's larger this time. You ease closer, keeping low. It twitches, sensing something near, and shoots upward. You chase. The current catches it, almost pulling it out of reach, but you angle your body and snap your mouth shut. This time it doesn't slip away. You swallow it whole. It's your first real meal. For the first time since you were born, you feel full because of something you earned yourself. You keep practicing. You burst forward at random shapes, trying to hit targets fast before they disappear. Every hunt sharpens your aim and speed. But now, you also have to learn how to stay alive. Larger fish, like young trout, patrol these waters, and birds hover above. Then a shadow crosses the surface. It's a heron. You bait it by rising close to the top, pretending to feed, and it dives instantly. You dart straight down before it even reaches the water. It misses, and you watch it fly off. Around a year later, you've grown into a whitebait, the stage between a small fry and something bigger. You're around 12 centimeters long now, stronger, faster, and far less fragile than before. You feed constantly, picking off anything small enough to fit into your mouth. Tiny shrimp, insect larvae, even baby minnows. You don't need patience anymore. Food is everywhere, and your speed is enough to catch it. Inside your body, changes have already started. Your blood shifts, preparing to handle salt water. Then, while swimming, you spot movement ahead. It's a small fish, about your size. You chase it, cutting through the current with short, hard bursts. The fish darts left, then right, trying to lose you in the reeds, but you match every move. It slips out of view for a second, then you rush forward and catch it head first. You thrash once, and it goes still, so you swallow it whole. You've learned hunting alone is good, but hunting together is better. Soon after, you join 2 other young salmon about your size. You move as one group, sliding through the current in a loose triangle. When you find a school of smaller fish, you trap one between you. One of you lunges, the prey bolts sideways, and another takes its place. You keep bouncing it back and forth until one of you lands the bite. Then you reset and do it again. You feed faster this way. Each hunt sharpens your coordination, and each meal adds weight and strength. You don't know it yet, but this is the last stage before the river pushes you toward the sea. Skip forward again, and you're 2 years old now. You've become a smolt, the 5th stage of your life. You're around 15 centimeters long, and your body has changed completely. Your gills are now built for salt water. This is where the journey to the open ocean begins. But going alone would be suicide. The estuary is full of predators waiting for stragglers, so you need numbers. You search the shallows for familiar shapes and find the 2 salmon you've hunted with before. Together you swim downstream, following the current. For days you move along the bends of the river until you reach the mouth, where fresh water meets salt. The smell of the sea burns through your gills, but your body handles it. You keep going, scanning the horizon, and soon you see what you were looking for. A massive school of smolts stretching as far as the eye can see. Hundreds of millions of young salmon moving as one living wall. You slot into the flow and match their rhythm. Predators close in almost instantly. Seagulls dive from above, picking off smolts that break the surface. Larger fish strike from below. Then a gray shadow cuts through the middle of the group. It's a seal. It explodes upward, swallowing smolts in one sweep. Chaos breaks out. You dart sideways, dodging flashes of silver and bubbles as the school scatters. The seal turns again with its jaws open. You kick forward with everything you have, bursting ahead through the current. Behind you, your 2 companions vanish into the seal's mouth. You've made it through. The river is behind you, and the ocean ahead. What happens next will make everything so far look easy. Fast forward, and you're 4 years old now. You've spent the last 2 years in the ocean, with 1 more left before your return. You're an adult salmon now, the 6th stage of your life. You drift through the cold waters of the North Pacific Ocean, thousands of kilometers from the river you were born in. This is your rapid growth phase. In just 2 years, you've grown from 15 centimeters to nearly 60, and you now weigh around 3 kilograms. All you do is feed. Every day, you chase schools of krill and small fish, eating until your stomach bulges. Every bite adds fat and muscle, fuel you'll need for the brutal swim back home. But the ocean doesn't hand out food without risk. With new prey come new predators. They are bigger, faster, and smarter than anything in the river. Today, the killer whale mafia strikes again. A pod of them moves through the water like black and white shadows, closing in on your group. You swim tighter with the others, but that only makes it easier for them. The first strike comes from below, a sonic burst that stuns dozens of fish at once. Then the attack starts. You dart forward as an orca lunges through the school, swallowing 3 salmon in a single pass. The others scatter, but you can't find them. You're alone now. One of the orcas spots you and breaks off from the group. It rushes in, not to kill, but to play. It slaps you with its tail, sending you spinning through the water. You try to flee, but it circles back, knocking you again just to watch you struggle. Then suddenly it stops. The pod turns away, distracted by something else, a jellyfish drifting in the distance. They swim toward it, leaving you floating and disoriented. But you catch your breath and straighten out. You survived, but barely, so you return to feeding like nothing happened. Because you know the next time you stop moving, it won't just be a game, it'll be the start of the hardest journey of your life. Around a year later, your body changes completely. Your skin turns bright red, your head darkens to green, and your jaw hooks forward like a blade. You also stop eating entirely. Your body tells you it's time, and the fat you built over the last 3 years becomes your only fuel. Your task now is simple. Return to the river you came from. You join a massive school of salmon, all with the same mission. Seals, sharks, and orcas cut through the group, feeding non-stop. The current is against you, and every kilometer feels heavier than the last. Still, you keep moving. When you finally reach the mouth of the river, the salt burns against your skin. You push through it and begin your final climb upstream. The current here is strong. Rocks and waterfalls block your path, but you leap again and again until you clear them. Around you, hundreds fail, smashing against the stones, but you keep going until you reach calmer water. Since you're a male, you're built for fertilizing eggs. You find a female digging a red in the gravel. No other males are near, so you move in close. But before you can release your white liquid, another male appears. He slams into your side, and the fight begins. You lock jaws, twisting and thrashing, sending mud flying. He tries to push you away, but you're stronger. You drive forward, and your hooked jaw cuts deep into his side. He bleeds heavily and sinks to the bottom. 5 years of life, ended in seconds. You turn back to the female. She releases her eggs, and you cover them with your white liquid. The current drags silt across the nest, sealing them in. The cycle is complete. In a few days, you'll die, and so will she, just like every other salmon that made it home. Life as a sockeye salmon might be rough, but there's another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.